Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs and Turnbull Insurance Service since 1866 present Mohawk Valley Living, exploring the arts, culture, and heritage of our region. A special good morning to Francis, watching at camp in Old Forge.
Good morning and welcome to Mohawk Valley Living. Today we are traveling to Rome, where they are keeping alive the traditions and the hospitality of the past, including, of course, food. So stay tuned as we head to the Copper City.
So honey, reconsider this as you walk out the door, 'cause I'll do anything for you. Yes, I do anything for you. If you ask me to swim the 7 seas or fight a crocodile, I'll belong my swimming trunk just to see you smile.
Special thanks to Turnbull Insurance Service and Mark and Jim Turnbull. Their continued support makes the show possible. We begin our adventure in Rome at the Horn Shop. Here, Bill Randall is busy being retired, cleaning, rewinding, and restoring antique horns. And whether it's an antique car horn, boat, train, toy pedal car, or bike horn, he says they all basically work the same way.
Every horn he ever made, usually the sound comes from air movement going through the tubes, and you need some kind of a mechanical or an electrical thing to move the air. This is usually done with either reeds or diaphragms. That's as simple as I can make it. It moves air, just like a trumpet or a trombone or a drum. You beat on the drum, the snare in the thing doesn't make the noise. The air makes the noise. Usually in most horns, if they're the newer ones, it's a set of points that they burn out and they rust up. And this stuff has been around since 1900. And it's sitting in somebody's garage in an attic underneath a car somewhere to get rusty and dirty, and things just break down. The motor-driven ones, somebody will burn the wires up out of it, so it needs to be rewired. So a lot of different things. Insulators break down over age and time and everything. So it's a hobby. It's something to do. When I've been retired for 15 years now, and I don't want to sit on a couch and be a couch potato. So I enjoy coming down here and working. It keeps me going. I meet people all over the world all the time. The phone's ringing off the hook. The wife and I go to shows, and we made friends all over the United States and the world, actually, through this little hobby business. It's just been a fun business to do.
To learn more about the Horn Shop, call Bill at 336-8841 or see him this fall at the Antique Car Show and Flea Market, Sunday, September 8th in Wampsville. Watch Mohawk Valley Living on Fox WFXV every Sunday at 7:30 a.m. and 11 o'clock p.m., followed by an encore. And now also available on WUTR every Sunday morning at 11:30 a.m. Here's what's hot on the lot at Skinner and Demoulas. Drive the exciting new Dodge Dart for only $149 a month with a new 24-month lease. $29.99 cash or trade due at signing. Drive away in this exciting new technologically advanced compact sedan at Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs. When you insure your boat or watercraft this season, don't send your hard-earned money sailing. Keep your money here, working in your community. Insure with Turnbull Insurance. You'll get great, reliable, and affordable coverage for your boat. Turn to a company anchored in the Mohawk Valley. Turn to Turnbull. Experience life in the 1800s at the Farmers Museum in Cooperstown. Tour Historic Village and peek inside to see tradespeople at work. Visit the Lippett Farmstead, a living example of a mid-19th century farm. And take a ride on the magical Empire State Carousel. You're invited to a pickup truck drive-in and tailgate party on June 15th and 16th. See trucks competing for prizes or enter your own. Visit farmersmuseum.org for information or to enter. Melrose Supermarket is your family hometown market. Known for their choice hand-cut meats, fresh-baked bread, and famous original homemade pastas, salads, and stromboli in the deli. Check out this week's specials at Melrose Supermarket, East Main Street in Frankfort. Find that perfect piece of jewelry for yourself or someone special at Fall Hill Bead and Gem. Handcrafted jewelry made from gems, minerals, precious and semi-precious stones. Find that perfect piece at Fall Hill Bead and Gem, West Main Street in Little Falls, across from Paca Gardens. Look and feel amazing at the graduation, tea, or garden party in a fun, comfortable dress from the Village Crossing. Check out the fabulous summer fashion in Clinton. North Star Orchards is open for the season. The greenhouse is full of potted plants, annuals, and vegetables, and outside you'll find perennials, trees, shrubs, and topsoil. The bakery's open too, with fresh pies, cookies, breads, and muffins at North Star Orchards, Route 233, Westmoreland. Savor the flavor of authentic Southeast Asian cuisine at the Lotus Garden Noodle and Sushi House. The Pooh family welcomes you to lunch or dinner at the Lotus Garden, behind the Stanley Theater on King Street in Utica.
To see what we can see, traveling round the Mohawk Valley. Let's see.
Special thanks to Skinner and Demulus for keeping Mohawk Valley Living on the road. Stop in and say hi to the guys at Skinner and Demulus in Richfield Springs. The city of Rome is located in an area that was once an important strategic and commercial location. This was the only overland section of a trade route stretching over 1,000 miles between Lake Ontario and the lower Hudson. As such, it became a commercial hub, becoming a town in 1796 and a city in 1870. We have visited the city many times over the years, and it's always changing. Since our last visit, Lou Mangino retired, and his hobby shop that was located in his auto supply store is now a standalone, full-fledged hobby shop. This authorized Lionel value-added dealer also carries slot cars, airplanes, helicopters, and NASCAR collectibles. You can visit Locomotion Hobby at 831 Black River Boulevard.
Long gone, the innocence, I surely miss those days. It's been a long, long time for me. Been twice as long for you. It's been a long and winding ride, and I know you've been there too.
When people drive along North George Street for the first time, they often do a double take when passing the old-fashioned service station. The H.P. Sears Oil Company Museum is a one-of-a-kind, completely restored 1929 service station.
The Sears family is very family-oriented, and they wanted to honor their father. He had created the Sears gas station empire, Sears oil empire, and the two boys and the other children had really lived on that. They worked hard within the company. The boys, Tom and Howard, are fond of saying, telling people how many times their father fired them in their careers. But they always got rehired, and today they are the people who are responsible for keeping the Sears name alive. This just seemed like a great idea to allow them to do that in the best way. It's just a step back in time. I mean, as you've seen, the place is just a gem. It's kept up beautifully. It looks like it did on the day it opened in 1930. It has many of the original components, and the few people we have volunteering here love it, and that's why they're doing it. I worked in my father's gas station up in Watertown back in the 60s, and just loved the environment. It was just a different kind of life than I was used to in my career as a reporter. And when I saw this place again, it just fell in love with it. It's beautiful. It has lots of things that bring back old Rome, and there's no reason not to. It's just gorgeous. And as I mentioned to you earlier, if you come here at night, all the lights are on as they were back in 1930, and it just glows in the dark. So it's a worthwhile trip, and it's quick. You don't have to spend a day here. Give me half an hour, and I'll take you back 80 years.
You are invited to come tour the historic H.P. Sears Oil Company Service Station Museum, open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday 10 to 2. It is located at 201 North George Street in Rome. When you drive around the Griffith Business and Technology Park, you'll notice, in addition to the F-4 Phantom fighter bomber, a series of over 20 sculptures. These works of art, created by international sculpture artists, are part of the Griffith International Sculpture Garden. The artists and landscape architects work together to choose the locations for the sculptures, complementing the surrounding rolling hills, meadows, trees, and water. Walking paths take you around the different pieces and offer sitting areas along the way. Parking is available on Geiger Road and Phoenix Road in the Griffith Business and Technology Park. A map of the sculpture park is available on our website, mohawkvalleyliving.com.
Hearts of all mankind, lapping up the misery, filters through our minds. Wait for those colors, we're promised once again. Lay me in the beauty of our sin, and don't leave me here among the shadows.
Another free place to visit when in Rome is the Rome Sports Hall of Fame and Museum. Don't let the modest exterior fool you. The inside is overflowing with sports memorabilia from Rome's finest athletes, including National Speedboat champion Dave Packer's speedboat and an Olympic torch from the 1998 Olympics. I ask Executive Director Ruth Demers to name some of Rome's greatest sports heroes.
Oh, well, I think that's very easy. I could go on and on and on for that. Of course, the most popular one is the Richie Evans exhibit with his car as a 9-time champion, Jerry Cook. But we also have some wonderful football players. We've had 4 professional football players along with John Dominic and Healy. We've had 2 Major League Baseball players. We've had 4 Olympians, which I think is just fantastic. Plus all of the other outstanding state and sectional champions. I can't tell you how many of those we have. You have to be a Roman to be in here. Either you were born in Rome and then did all of your athletic achievements while you were here, or you were born in Rome and went to another community and excelled there. Now, in order to be inducted into the Rome Sports Hall of Fame, you have to have a lifetime of excellence in sports. And so we've been very, very blessed. As you can see, we have 4 walls of fame now.
It is safe to say that I have driven by this building hundreds of times, have wondered what's in here. Now I know. If you are like me and have driven by, next time you do it, stop in, because it's amazing. Right here in the heart of Rome, you have to come in here to see what it's like. The items that are collected here, the history that is here, absolutely incredible.
Admission to the Rome Sports Hall of Fame and Museum is free. It is open Wednesday through Saturday 10 to 5 and Sunday noon to 5. It is located at 5790 Rome New London Road, next to Erie Canal Village.
Rhythm and blues, honky tonk music you just can't lose. If you go dance with my girl, you find a fun on the jukebox Saturday night.
We head down Erie Boulevard to a new restaurant in town, at least new to us. Castros Brick Oven opened a couple years ago, after a year-long renovation of the building. It was the dream of Jim DeCastro to spend his retirement with his wife Lisa making traditional Italian food. He also thought he could add some spark to the local pizza offerings by building a wood-fired brick oven, adding great taste and some entertainment for his customers.
Well, the wood-fired oven is a great pizza, and if you've traveled and tasted them, they're excellent. And I've traveled a lot and love a pizza, and I said, well, if nobody has one around here, we'll do it. And so we researched it, and the bricks came from an old building in Rome, and bought the building. We refurbed the whole building and tried to use as much local with the contractor's materials. And it took us just over a year to refurb it. And Yeah, everything, all the ingredients are fresh. They make their own doughs with natural, fresh ingredients. They make their own pasta here. The meatballs are made here. All our sauces, the homemade gnocchs. Try to fall back with a couple of traditions of the rice balls, which my grandmother used to make, and we've replicated it. And, their fish dishes are excellent. The franchaises, the marsala dishes. They do a good job. Make their own bread, so everything is fresh and homemade. Yes, people love it. They come in, they can see their pizza made, and if it's slow, then when they have their children, they can come back, and the guys will grab them, and they can make a pizza with them, and they enjoy it. And it's just the experience to see it, and you know, everybody likes to see it.
If you want real Italian hospitality, come here, because everything, the food, the service, the gnocchs, and I had something here with all of my travels through the Italian part of Utica and Italian food. I have never had rice balls, and they're absolutely incredible. So when you come here, be sure to include those with whatever else you eat.
Castros Brick Oven is open 7 days a week, serving lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, and dinner today, Sunday from 4 to 9. It is located at 615 Erie Boulevard West in Rome. See their menu and specials online at decastrosbrickoven.com.
To see what we can see, traveling round the Mohawk Valley. Let's see what we can see.
Here's what's hot on the lot at Skinner and Demoulas. Drive the exciting new Dodge Dart for only $149 a month with a new 24-month lease. $29.99 cash or trade due at signing. Drive away in this exciting new technologically advanced compact sedan at Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs. Make a delicious impression at your wedding, baby shower, or corporate event with delectable delights from Sugar Babe's Cupcakes and Christine's Cookie Shop. Or sweeten up an ordinary day with a visit to their pastry shop at 46 Genesee Street, New Hartford, behind Randall's Pharmacy. View presents the Forge Festival of Arts and Crafts, Thursday, July 4th from 9:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Over 60 skilled vendors of handcrafted furniture, handwovens, jewelry and pottery, and food, beer, and wine at the Adirondack Bank parking lot in Old Forge. For the most unique shopping experience, visit the Little Falls Antique Center and the shops at 25 West. Over 40 local vendors, all under one roof. Shop local at the Little Falls Antique Center and the shops at 25 West. Always worth the drive at Canal Place in Little Falls. Brenda's Natural Foods is the natural choice for healthy local products, gluten-free and gourmet foods, personal care and natural cleaning products. Brenda's Natural Foods, West Dominic Street in Rome. Taste the homemade difference at Maria's Pasta Shop. Homemade lasagna, manigot, stuffed shells, ravioli, and more. Gelato is back for the season. Stop in and sample this Italian treat at Maria's Pasta Shop. Why do contractors and do-it-yourselfers shop Lincoln Davies? It's the superior grade lumber, the value for the money, the 140 years and 6 generations of customer service. Since 1872, Lincoln Davies has delivered superior lumber, value, and service, and they're not about to change things now. Celebrating 140 years at the same location, just 10 minutes south of New Hartford on Summit Road between routes 12 and 8. Lincoln Davies, building them like they used to. Call Yannick Excavating for all your residential and commercial projects, from new construction and land clearing to septic systems, driveways, basements, ponds, and topsoil. Visit yannickexcavating.com. Expecting company? Just call Deansboro Superette. They prepare delicious Middle Eastern platters for any number of guests. Call 841-4377. We head northwest of Rome to Golly Road to Heritage Harvest Farm. Most of the seedlings have left the greenhouse and have been planted in the fields tilled by Michael Milewski and his team of percherons.
We're certified naturally grown, and we believe in not using any pesticides, no herbicides, no fungicides. Everything that we grow and any kind of brought in type of fertilizer that we use is all OMRI listed, which is organic approved, and we amend all of our soil with our own compost that we create here at the farm with the horses and plant residues and kitchen wastes. We have a team of percherons that we've got 4 percherons that we use as our tractors. and we do everything with horse. It's called live power, to be using horses instead of tractors. We are trying to be diesel free. We don't want any petroleum products anywhere in the production of the produce, and it's a simpler way to go back to farming. We wanted to bring a much stronger agricultural presence to Rome. There isn't a lot of it here. We'd like to do something that incorporates the community into being involved. We do have a lot of U-Picks. We network on Facebook a lot, and so it gets our customers very involved with what's going on. And the best way to get people happy and interested in produce again is to get them involved in it. We've been living a pretty straightforward organic lifestyle for about 5 years now, and it's something that I do for my family. I've got 4 boys, and we try and eat as organically as possible, and so we just want to be able to provide the same at a very reasonable cost for people in the Rome community.
To learn more about Heritage Harvest Farm and community-supported agriculture, call 533-6420 or visit heritageharvestfarm.com.
To my heart, fishing down by the tall oak tree, trying to catch the ones that got away. Ooh, take me back. Ooh, let me stay. Ooh, take me back to my childhood dreams of yesterday.
We head back to downtown Rome, near Little Italy, to St. John's Church on East Dominic Street. Every Friday night throughout the summer, the Tappet Twirlers Automobile Club gathers to show off and talk classic cars, just like they have for nearly 60 years.
The club started in 1954. We're probably one of the oldest clubs in the United States. Started 4 or 5 guys. In fact, we have 2 founding members right here. They're still in the club and still kicking. We have around 85 members now. What we do is we have a cruise-in on Friday nights at this parking lot here at St. John's Church. Oh, good people in the club. We all get along great. We have a good time together. We take trips every once in a while, go someplace to see something, go out and have dinner together and stuff. So it's a good group of people, and we have a local interest in the cars that we drive and stuff. So it helps. Sometimes you have a little trouble with your car, then you can ask someone in the club and they'll help you out and stuff. So, yeah.
It was just a bunch of us guys got together, and we used to race cars up and down the 365 a little bit, but then we decided to start a club up. And most of the members when we first started out, they've most of them have passed away. But there's about 6 or 7 of us, I think, right now, isn't there, Norm?
Yeah.
Still left, still kicking. And but it was just something we thought we'd start out and see how it would turn out to be. And it got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Started figuring officers first thing, get an organization of some sort going. And one thing led to another.
Now, did you ever think it would last this long?
No, I didn't. I didn't think I'd last this long, quite frankly.
Polish up your new or classic car, truck, or motorcycle and be a part of the Tappet Twirler tradition. Friday nights from 5 to 9 in the St. John's parking lot on East Dominic Street in Rome. When you insure your boat or watercraft this season, don't send your hard-earned money sailing. Keep your money here, working in your community. Insure with Turnbull Insurance. You'll get great, reliable, and affordable coverage for your boat. Turn to a company anchored in the Mohawk Valley. Turn to Turnbull. You keep saying you're going to do something about your back and joint pain. Call Dr. Michael Tucherone, one of the area's only K-laser therapy chiropractors, the most advanced, non-invasive treatment of acute and chronic pain. Call 853-6225 and embark on your wellness journey today.
Hi, Dr. Tom. Bringing your cat to the Paris Hill Cat Hospital on Sundays is a part of Mohawk Valley living. Come inside and see why.
Paris Hill Cat Hospital, this is Lindsay. How can I help you? Hello, Mrs. Cole. Your cat is losing weight and you need an appointment? And you're only available on weekends. Sure, I have an available appointment with Dr. Karen Sunday at 2 p.m. Does that fit into your schedule? Okay.
We're open 7 days a week because we know that your cat can become ill anytime. The Paris Hill Cat Hospital, quality care for your cats and kittens.
Experience the Fenimore Art Museum, overlooking beautiful Otsego Lake. Spend the day exploring the permanent collection of American Indian art and one of the nation's largest collections of American folk art. Current exhibitions this summer include The Wyeths, a family legacy, including works by N.C. Wyeth, Andrew Wyeth, James, Carolyn, Henriette, and her husband Peter, and Native Roots, the 9th Contemporary Iroquois Art Biennial at the Fenimore Art Museum in Cooperstown. Oscar's Picture Framing offers hand-finished molding and restoration of antique frames, restoring history for the past 42 years. Oscar's Picture Framing, 12 Kellogg Road, New Hartford. Have a tropical adventure and walk among hundreds of free-flying butterflies, tropical birds, plants, lizards, and frogs at the Pop Butterfly Conservatory. It's an unforgettable experience for all ages. Open 7 days a week on Route 7 in Oneonta. When you shop Mealan's Market, you'll be the grill master. That's because every hot dog, beef patty, and sausage is made by Bob Mealan himself. Find everything for your next cookout, from store-made meats to fresh salads and tabbouleh, at Mealan's Market at the Four Corners in Clark Mills. Tom's Natural Foods is your connection to local farms for natural and organic fruits and vegetables, meats, eggs, cheeses, and other milk products. At Tom's Natural Foods in Clinton, naturally.
I can't stand it when you're not around. I don't know quite what to do with myself. So if you have to leave me tonight now, baby.
We grow quite a few tomatoes, probably 12 to 15,000. We try to stake each and every one. And people ask me all the time, at home, is it really necessary to stake your tomatoes? I'll tell you that there's several advantages to staking. We find that, one, it keeps the tomato plant upright. One of the concerns we've all had to face is the blight. You know, the seasonal blight. Part of that blight is because the plant stays wet. If you get it upright, it's going to dry off faster. You're going to have better control on any of the funguses. That's one of the reasons we do it. The other reason is, by keeping it upright, we have better quality. Every tomato cluster is going to form in a nice way. It's not going to be overlapped by another vine growing on it. So there's some advantages. As the plant gets bigger, and typically you would take the suckers off, but in tying it, obviously there would be bigger stake than this, and we would use something more like this. But it's a simple tie method where you just loop it around, crisscross it into a V8, and then just tie it off loose, but it supports the plant. A lot of advantage to tying your tomatoes.
I hope that you enjoyed today's show as I did, and that you will join us again next week for more adventures. Between now and then, enjoy Mohawk Valley living.